Massive, luxurious, high-tech and unexpectedly quick. Today, I am behind the wheels of a very special car, and that is none other than the 2025 BMW X7 xDrive40i. If you are in the market for a luxurious three-row SUV that promises you to give you space, comfort, tech, and that BMW signature driving, then you are in the right place. BMW has certainly refined this car to keep it on top of the segment, especially for the 2026 year model. This car, we are talking at a starting price of 121,000 Canadian dollars, 95,000 USD. So the expectations are certainly high. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Auto Reviews 24. If you are into honest, practical and real car reviews, then this video is for you. And thanks to all for joining my channel and a coffee so that I can keep my camera rolling and bring you such car reviews. A huge shout out to Calgary BMW and Alfie for lending us this car today so I can review this for you guys. And reach out to Alfie for great deals if you are into luxury car buying, especially BMW as a brand. So over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to break down every aspect of this majestic machine, and we will find out together that is the 2025 BMW X7 here the best and ultimate three-row luxury SUV? Let's find out. Alright, so it's time for the exterior design for this X7 right here. BMW has managed and maintained its X7's presence, and it calls for attention on the road for sure. So let us start with the front fascia first. Right here is where you see the prominent kidney grills from BMW, and it is very well perfectly integrated in the front fascia, and that's really great. I know nowadays BMW has gone with very big grills, but this is perfect for this size. Now, this grille also glows in the night time. You have is the front camera right here, very neatly integrated in the center of this car, connecting well to this big massive BMW logo. Lower bumper here is where you have aggressive M Sport style bumper here with some black accent, radar system for your driving assistance, which is really great. Now this color right here is called grey white grey. The color looks great in my opinion. It is slightly on a blackish side of it, but it looks really nice. Now let's talk about the front LEDs right here. Here you have split LED designs. On top you have daytime running lights with turn signals. On bottom where you have this sleek and slim looking LED lights which are high beam, low beam and all blacked out, and it looks really well. And these LEDs have been very neatly blended into this black accent here. Over to the sides now, and this is where we will see classic BMW sophisticated design elements. You see here is the big massive R22 275/40 M style alloy wheels with M brake calipers here. In fact, you can go as big as 23 inches also in this car. So the fenders right here are also very neatly designed with body colored, and it looks really elegant for sure. Now let us go to the side profile where there is very clean lines and a true sophistication in every bit what you see right now. A big side mirror with integrated turn signals and 360-degree camera system. The windows are quite big, and as you see the size is very big. Black roof rails which looks really nice. Very simple door design, no flush doors nowadays, at least for this car. What else you have is this beautiful hockey style black accent floating across the width of the car. The width of this car is 203.6 inches long. The ground clearance here is 8.7 inches. This car is significantly big for sure. It's roughly 10 inches longer than the X5, and hence you also have a third row inside. But it is not as big as the Yukons or Escalades, which are roughly around 210 inches. So let us talk about the rear part of this car as well. Here is where you see the classic BMW Hofmeister design element here. It is very neatly integrated with this D-pillar, and so is the back of this car. Now let us talk about the rear end of this X7, and this is where it also shines in its classic elegance and the sophisticated look what you have here. Look at the intriguing details, the sculpted feel to it, the 3D elements to it, some design element BMW spelled here. In fact, the car is very neatly integrated with the rear trunk. This here, it's supposed to be a chrome trim, but in this car it is blacked out. But this is what it connects the entire width of this car. And that's where you see how broader the car is. So what else we have is a subtle X7 badge here, and xDrive40i badging on the other side. Trunk is power operated. You have got classic BMW style rear wiper. The spoiler here is very short, and the brake lights are over here. Shark antenna, as you can see out there. This is where the rear bumper is also very different from other cars in the market. It is sporty, at the same time elegant. In this particular model, you have got dual exhaust on both the sides. You also have 2 inches hitch over here for your towing. Now let us open the trunk and see what do we have in the cargo space over here. The beauty of this car is it has a split trunk design. As you see, one part opens up, second part opens with this button right here. Everything is power operated, so it's really good. And there you see, you can literally sit over here and do tailgating by just keeping this over here. The trunk space behind the third row is very less. Comparably, I would say it is 12.8 cubic feet to be precise. But when you flat the third row is when you get 48.6 cubic feet space. Now let us see what do we have in terms of operability. Over to my left is where you have all power operated buttons, and that is really handy. So under the floor you have decent size space as well, where you can put some items. In fact, this car has two different trays. One what you have here, which you can use it when your third row is flat, and when your third row is up, you also have this neatly designed tray which just stands here with a classic X7 logo to make sure that you don't drop any items from the third row. Now on my right is where you have got 12-volt charging here, as well as some net to put some small items. But let us flat the third row and see how the space is. So with this max buttons right here, you can easily flat the entire second and third row. And as you see, the second row and the third row is flat. Everything is so nice and tidy, and this enables you 90 cubic feet of space. So now let us hop inside the car and check out the luxurious interior and the tech. Alright, so before we hop into the car, let me show you the key first. This is the key for the X7. Very classic BMW key, simple, it's quite heavy, but it is really classic. You have got BMW logo which you press 3 times, start the engine. On the side you have lock, unlock and trunk opening and panic button. That's about it. With simple touch of this button, you can actually open this door and step inside this car, and that's where you see the luxury and its pinnacle in its own way. Also is the combination of the craftsmanship and the details of the materials which they have used here. Now let us go to the driver side door panel first. Over to the driver door panel, and this is where you see luxurious touches, soft touch leather over here with stitching. You have got soft touch padding over here for your armrest. The buttons here with this aluminum or chrome style finish looks really nice. 2-person memory seats. You also have this button here. Electronically adjust the second rows from your driver's seat. That's really cool, isn't it? You also got this metal switches over here. One touch up, down for all. You have these buttons to open and close your sunshades as well as your sunroof. These electronic buttons to powerful the side mirrors as well as adjust them. What we have is here a natural hood finish you see, and that's really awesome. You even have a Harman Kardon sound system, but I would say go for the Bose and Welkins sound system, and that sounds awesome. The door panels pocket here are huge and quite wide. You can easily fit in 2-liter bottle over here and some snacks. You also have this very beautiful touch of this chrome with this ambient lighting strip, which looks awesome in night time. Inside you see this beautiful M skid plate with M logo which glows in the night time. You also have aluminum pedals over here which looks really premium. And the seats, what can I talk about the seats? 12-way adjustable seats, guys, and it can do everything in power operated, and that is something of next level luxury. In fact, on my left is where you see all your light controls with chrome touch over here, huge AC vent which is easy to access, and some storage over here as well, which you can use it for your sunglasses or anything else. Alright guys, so now we are at the passenger side. I wanted to show you the luxurious seats over here. This is all merino leather right here, black seats, but it has got great stitching accent, as well as the car seats are so comfortable and very soft, and even passenger seat comes with 12-way adjustable. This car only lacks massage seats, which I wish they could have given at this price point. What else we have is this massive panoramic sunroof. In fact, this is the sky launch, what they call it. You see those dots are all LEDs, glows in the night time, and you can change colors and make you feel much more luxurious. The glove box here, good that we have button over here to open it. It is quite deep and wide. Inside this car, let us talk about the dashboard and fit and finish material of this X7. It screams luxury in every which way. Soft touch leather over here, and it is actually very soft. The natural wood system over here is really looking so classic. Quite interesting detail over here. It says X7. When you do turn signals or even your hazard lights, this actually glows in different colors to give you understanding of what's going on. It also has this mimicking carbon fiber kind of look, but it is very crystal clear in terms of the way it looks. This chrome strip actually goes across the width of this dashboard, and it looks really classic. In fact, this glass finish here is already neatly designed. Beautiful hidden AC vents they call it, and you can use this button over here to adjust the vents. Steering wheel right here, this is the M inspired steering wheel. Again, you see the M badge over here. The steering is leathered and thick, and it gives you a lot of satisfaction feedback for sure. You've got pedal shifters over here, 12.3-inch driver's display which is digital, and also this camera system gives you an augmented reality as well as heads-up display. On my right is where you have 14.9-inch infotainment screen, and this is responsive, zippy, and easy to use once you understand this operating system. You can use the classic iDrive system over here to also operate your infotainment screen, and this iDrive system over here is also with glass finish, which is an interesting touch. Now the center console design is also very classic and minimalist. I love this open pore natural hood finish over here as well. This is where you can open this and it gives you that wireless charging pad, USB, as well as some cup holders. You also have this small panel over here where you can control your audio system and some buttons. I wish they could have given the HVAC system controls over here instead of integrated in the screen itself. The start stop button is right here, which is again crystal. You have got all the different drive modes, auto hold, parking brakes, and this is the drive selector for your gear, and it is again crystal and it looks really luxurious. You also have standard air suspension in this car, which will help you to gain more height or lower the car based on your need with this button right here, which we call it as iDrive system. This car has iDrive operating system of 8.5, and it also has physical controls to manage your infotainment screen. The screen, as I mentioned, is very simple to understand. You have got HVAC controls on your left and right. You have got home button, and this is where you can actually go into their main operating system. You've got tons of apps over here. You can also use navigation or music shortcuts right here. It is very simple and easy, and the graphics here are very bright and crisp and clear. So to the center console is where you have this center armrest which opens in split settings. You have got decent center console space over here. You have got one USB-C and a light. That's it. When I close this, the center armrest here is quite soft, again leathered and stitching, and feels really comfortable. This is where you find luxury as well. Alcantara headliner looks really awesome. Switches over here, you can use this for turning on the lights as well as opening or closing your panoramic sunroof, and this button here can also close or open your sunshades with just one touch of a button. Sun visor here is very neatly integrated. Mirror, I believe it's very small in size comparatively, but it looks really luxurious. Alright, so now I'm in the second row seats to give you the understanding of the space and the comfort over here. And the second row doors are equally luxurious as the front doors. Look at the fit and finish over here. Soft touch leather over here with stitching, soft touch padding over here. You have got tons of buttons which you can use to operate your sunshades, as well as look at this, you also have your own sunshade which are power operated, and that is luxury in its own way. You can use the same button to close it, and you even have decent sized door pockets which are deep. The space here right now is really awesome. In fact, I am 5'8". I've got roughly around 38 inches of legroom and decent headroom, as you see, thanks to this huge panoramic sunroof. Now the car seats here are also leathered, soft, and all that quilted and stitching is over here as well. As you see, center is where you have the center armrest, but you have got small touches like you can open this for some storage. You can even open this and convert it into cup holders, and you have got this chrome trim to make it feel more luxurious. The front seats also are really comfortable. Everything is power operated. You have these pockets over here for storage. You even have some ambient lighting over here with this chrome finish. You have this neatly designed space where you have USB-C, and you can use this to put some tablet or any digital system which you want to access in the long journeys. Now the floor is almost flat, which enables the center passenger to easily and comfortably sit. The center console also here gives you access to auto climate control. Mind you, this car has 5-zone automatic AC controls, which is awesome. You have got your own air vents for the second passengers. You have heated seats as well as other controls. You have small cubby space over here and two USB-C ports as well as some basic 12-volt system over here. No household power outlet here though. Even the second row seats are power operated, as you see, and most importantly, the second row seats also gets this panoramic sunroof, and the third row passengers also get their own sunroof. Now all the sunroofs are operated by the sunshades. As you see, this sunshades for the third row as well as second row can be also operated by one switch of a button from the second row. As you see, I can close it from here. I can even close the third row sunshades from this button as well. The luxury in this car is throughout. In fact, this Alcantara headliner and cleverly designed LED lights over here are also top notch. The second passengers have the AC vents on the B pillar right here, and you have got coat hangers on both the sides. So let us hop into the third row and see, is that third row legally for adult or just for kids? Now first thing, the doors are quite big and wide for you to easily access your kids or car seats through this ISOFIX over here. Now how do we operate to go in the third row? You have got multiple ways buttons over here, and you can also use these buttons over here to move the car seats back and forth. As you see, the seat is kind of folding itself down. This is how you go inside the third row. Let me go to the other side to give you a fair understanding of how much is your leg room here in the third row. I am 5'8". As I mentioned, this seat here is in a comfortable position for the second rows. Mind you can even take this seat forward to give your third row passenger little bit of more room, but I'm comfortable. I still have enough room. The seats are quite comfortable and soft, and it is quite high from the floor, so my knees are not coming to my chest. That is really good. Now for the third passengers, you have your dedicated air vents over here, ambient lightings as well as cup holders. For the third passengers, you also have neatly designed USB-C over here. You can even put car seats on the third row, as it has got its own ISOFIX over here. And as I mentioned, look at the quality of the seats. It's quite soft and elegant. It has got their own dedicated AC HVAC system over here. I love this small window over here, which also brings some openness and lights for the third row passengers and does not make them feel claustrophobic. Even the third row passengers does not feel left out. They have got every bit of luxury what they need, just like the second row passengers. Alright, so let's talk about what powers this gentle giant. First thing first, the hood is hydraulic. That's a great thing. I see an insulation right here which will certainly make the cabin less noisy. Now let us talk about this beautiful engine right here. I love the way it is covered with this massive BMW cover. We have 3-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder with 48-volt mild hybrid xDrive all-wheel drive engine, which puts together the power of 375 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque, mated with 8-speed automatic, 0 to 100 in 5.6 seconds. This can also give you great mileage. Combined mileage here is 23 mpgs, which is 10 kilometers per liter. The car can also tow almost 7,500 pounds. Alright, so enough specs and features. Now let's take this car on the road, because that's where this BMW really shines. Alright, so now I'm at the driving seat of this X7. Let us talk about the driving dynamics of this and understand, does it live up to the BMW driving experience and DNA. Immediately, first thing I can understand is this cabin is super quiet and the driving is typical German car. There is a reason why they say if you love driving, go for the BMW, and this car doesn't disappoint in that matter at all. The handling is very precise, the steering wheel is light, but at the same time it adds up weight when you go on the higher speeds. The car agility is perfect for city driving as well as for highway driving. When I put the foot on the pedal, the car really goes and gives you the power what you need. And mind you, I am just in the comfort mode right now. If I move it to sports mode, the overall car stiffens up, the suspension also improves, and the body roll is almost negligible. Even on the turning as well, the turning radius is quite decent. In fact, for this size car, when you are driving, you don't feel that you are driving a big mass. It feels much more simple and easy to drive even in the cities and tight corners. Now the braking is also very confident. It is soft but at the same time hard when you need to push that brake for better confidence. This car, to be honest, ticks all the boxes when it comes to driving agility, functionality, practicality, and fun to drive elements in every aspect. This is certainly the best car when it comes to driving as well. So after spending good quality time with this X7, it's time for the final thoughts. Ultimately, this BMW X7 proves that the large luxury SUV can be both practical and enjoyable to drive. It is sophisticated, powerful, and undeniably BMW throughout. So as far as the competitors are concerned, this X7 right here goes hand in hand with strong rivals. You have got Mercedes GLS, Audi's Q7, Cadillac's Escalade, or even Lincoln's Navigator. Each has its own strength, but this X7 stands out well with the blend of luxury, tech, and driving. So who is this car for? If you are a family looking for a premium 7-seater, then this car can deliver you comfort for your long journeys, packed with tech inside, and gives you that classic BMW driving experience. If I would have been in your place, I would certainly go ahead and buy this car. So what do you think about this X7? Is this the best in its class? Let me know in the comment below. So if you have enjoyed this review, please hit that like button and subscribe my channel. That's all from my side. Thank you all for watching and see you all in the next one.